How's it going there, everyone? It's Mr. Zen over here, bringing you guys another Nanatsu no Taizai discussion. And for today's segment, folks, we're going to be talking about the Nanatsu no Taizai Signs of a Holy War, guys. The freaking anime is doing wonderful, guys. Yes, it's a 4-part OVA special, but still done by Nakaba himself. But it's wonderful, guys. Personally, I think it's actually filling in the gap between the next arc that's actually coming in, guys. But for this episode, guys, we're only going to be talking about the first 2 episodes that are out so far. And like I said, the episodes are coming out very well. They're very informative too, guys. And a little bit of the scenes are kind of a little bit, I would say, with some filler arcs and some little filler, funny comedy relief parts. But overall, in general, guys, I think it's still perfect because the fact that, the transition from the fight with Dreyfus and Hendrickson, and the Holy War that's going to be happening after that, there's going to be a little time transition between that, and I feel like that's what these 4-part OVA is going to be basically talking about. And from that transition, guys, it's going to be like a little slow pacing in these 4 episodes, guys. But nonetheless, guys, it's perfect. I think it's perfect. It's an OVA too, so they're probably just going to giving us little cues and hints there as to what might pertain happen in the next arc. Yes, guys. Because, I mean, even in the anime opening, we got introduced to freaking Escanor. It was like 1 or 2 seconds. 1 or 2 seconds, guys. I wish they actually showed him a little bit more in the anime opening so people can actually get to know who Escanor is. And by the way, guys, Escanor is actually the final sin of pride. Yes, guys. And this sin, guys, holy snap, you guys are going to love this sin because in the manga chapters that are out so far about Nanatsu no Taizai, Escanor, the sin of pride, he's a very powerful sin, guys. And the reason they haven't shown him in the previous arc that's already done is because of the fact that he's going to be doing so much in the oncoming arc that's coming up. And that's what I feel like. Maybe that's why they haven't shown him in the previous arcs. But this, no. It's a great exposition as to what they're going to be showing in the RC. But granted, they haven't shown Escanor in this 4-part OVA yet. So I'm kind of hoping they actually still do. I'm just hoping like they actually will at least mention Escanor again. But nonetheless, though, we can only pray and hope that Escanor is going to be shown up in this 4-part OVA. I mean, they showed him in the anime open, but so far nothing. But in the first 2 episodes, guys, they actually were talking about, I would say in the first episode, it was majority filler. Yes, guys, I'm going to say it out loud. Majority filler. But, the heroes, they were, just getting their arms rested, because of the fact that, they defeated a very powerful enemies, Dreyfus and Hendrickson, and they turned, I would say, Leonis back to normal, you could kind of say. You could kind of almost say that. But nonetheless, though, the episode 1 was just mostly focusing on the fact that they have to capture Hawk. There was a lot of comical skits, with Hauser and King. It was hilarious, guys, But the thing that I actually enjoyed the most about episode 1 was the fact that Meliodas was actually talking to one of the Goddess Clan's members using the horn. It was the giant horn that's underneath Leonis. I forgot the name of it. But he was talking to that horn. And that's actually the most important part of that first episode, guys. Do not skip that part, because the fact that there was a line that Meliodas said that was so important, and that's what when he told that horn, he said, "Stop lying to my friends," which kind of gave like a giant WTF, guys. Holy freaking snap. It makes so much sense because the fact that means that the Goddess Clan can't revive. They can't revive anybody. And that makes so much sense as well, guys, the fact that if they can't revive, that means that the Goddess, I feel like the Goddess Clan is being implied again, slowly but surely, that they're evil. That's the way that I'm kind of seeing, guys. Let me know if I'm wrong. I'm not positive, but I don't know the way that the Nanatsu no Taizai is actually set up, even in the manga chapters themselves. I feel like there's something going on with the Goddess Clan that Nakaba hasn't shown us much about yet. There's something going on between the betrayal between Meliodas and the Goddess Clan and the Demon Clan. There's just something going on. And that small little dialogue with Meliodas talking to that Goddess Clan member inside that horn, it just left a lot of room for speculation, guys. I'm just wondering as to what is going on. and I can't wait until Nakaba actually shows it. But so far in the first episode, that I would say was the most important part of the first episode, guys. You have to watch it for yourself. It's a very intense scene, and Meliodas destroys that horn, so it implies that basically no wonder we didn't see it again in the manga chapters itself. So maybe that's what I'm personally thinking, that maybe that's why Bon, I would say, is kind of like, I would say in the manga chapters, he kind of drifted away because of the fact that maybe he's trying to still find a way to bring back Elaine. You know, it's just like, as I'm saying, it's just a lot of speculation that's going on, guys. And for the fact that Bon himself, he wasn't seen as a bad guy. I mean, come on, you can't see him as bad. I mean, he's trying to bring back the love of his life, but the freaking goddess kind of used that to the advantage and kind of used his weakness in order to kind of make him succumb to them. Which, by the way, like, it's all that drama and dilemma that's going on there was very wonderful. You know, that's going on in the world of Nakaba's Nanatsu no Taizai. But like, that was the first episode, guys. The second episode then, it kind of mostly focused entirely on Bon and Meliodas' fight. Yes, remember back when I would say Bon actually confronted Meliodas in the fight of Leonis. Bon told him, you know, I'm gonna kill you, you know, to bring back Lane, yeah, and so etc, etc, etc. But they actually settled the fight in the second episode, guys. And in a lot of the second episode, it was kind of hilarious, the fact that Bon himself and Meliodas had a lot of comic book release. Meliodas, for the first time, has shown anger at the sins. And by anger, I mean his tone and dialogue was actually changed for the fact that I feel like Meliodas really wanted to take Bon, you know, by himself without no one watching. Because the fact that the whole entire town of Leonis was actually watching Bon and Meliodas fight. And I feel like Meliodas was like, oh, you know what, like, because it's hilarious how he actually told King and Diane to back off. Because the fact, you know, the 7 deadly sins actually have a strict code. And basically, if there's a death match going on, the other 7 deadly sins are going to come and intercept. And that's pretty intense, guys. And it's kind of wonderful, too, the fact that they actually have order. We didn't know that, you know, because for a fact, you know, throughout the whole entire series, the 7 deadly sins seem to have a disoriented kind of battle strategy and just all go out, you know, at the same time and do what you can to defeat the enemy. But no, they actually have rules and conducts. And Merlin was explaining that, I think it was Article 5, that they can't have a death match and they have to be overruled by another 7 deadly sin member. And that's crazy because for a fact that means that if someone oversteps that bound, that means that they're going to have, whoever kills that other 7 deadly sin, that means the other 7 deadly sins are going to kill that exact person. I'm thinking, what the F? And you literally see Diane, King, and Merlin just getting ready to attack Bon, learning that like wow, you know, Bon is going to that extreme measure. And also, I think then Bon mentioned another article. I think Article 6 was basically that if any members have an argument, just settle it with a fight. And which they kind of made the previous article pointless. Like, I just feel like it was like Nakaba a shot at the dark, saying that, you know what, just finish it with a fight, you know. That's just it. And it's hilarious the fact that, you know, that Bon kind of went along with that for his fact that he's defending his rights, saying that, you know, that I'm arguing Meliodas. He's basically trying to say that, and it's hilarious, you know. The fight wasn't, you know, the fight between Bon and Meliodas wasn't too extravagant. There wasn't that much. They actually showed Bon use Fox Festival, you know. It's a technique with Bon uses that steals the powers from the whole vicinity that he, like, I forgot how far the range is, but he steals not the powers but like the strength and gathers it all in his body. And basically, you can use that to his own advantage, which I think it's actually Bon's trump card, too. There's another technique that Bon has, but I'm not going to spoil it for all those anime watchers. There's another technique that Bon has that is pretty cool. Bon is literally a tough opponent, guys. Without a doubt. But the fight was settled, and etc., etc. Meliodas and Bon had rekindled their friendship again. And it's kind of hilarious that I feel like in the episodes, too, Bon seemed to actually have, I would say he comes to terms and said, you know what, he probably thought that the goddess kind of was probably lying to him. Like, I felt that the dialogue between Meliodas and Bon at the end of the episode was that kind of vibe that was given, that both Meliodas and Bon knew that the goddess clan is like, they're full of lies. Like, they're really lying to them. And I thought to myself, like, wow, these two really are good friends, you know. It's great to see that they're back with the rekindled friendship. But the thing is that it's kind of confusing is the fact that I wonder how they're going to end this OVA with the fact that, you know, Bond leaves the seven deadly sins. So, by the way, that was a huge spoiler. Sorry about that, folks. You know, but yes, Bond does leave. But for the fact that, you know, I'm just wondering how they're gonna actually settle that in the freaking in the OVA. That's what I'm kind of wondering. Like how are they gonna compare that to the OVA and the chapters? How are they gonna do that? I'm just wondering how they're really gonna do that. I'm just kind of curious. But nonetheless, though, guys, episode 2 was entertaining. You know, there was a fight settling, Merlin, you know, handling business. Oh, and by the way, Bond, I think it was episode 2. I believe it was 2 or 2 or 1. I think it was episode 1. It seems that Merlin is still experimenting with the demons, the gray demon, I believe. So we have to watch out for that. Like I said, these 2 episodes are very, very informative and giving a lot of foreshadow and hints at the fact that what the 7 deadly sins are doing behind the scenes that Nakaba couldn't show in the chapters themselves. Like I said, it's entertaining to watch. These two episodes are very entertaining, and I'm bringing you guys to what's gonna happen in the next episode. I believe episode 3 is probably gonna be about like the love affair between King Hauser and Diane. It's hilarious, guys. It's just freaking hilarious. But it seems that the 4-part OVA is kind of ending near how it's gonna go back to the mega chapters. And you know, like I said, I'm just kind of wondering how they're gonna compare and tie it back to how the storyline is back with Nakaba's. But that's it for this segment, guys. That's all that I had to say. You know, these are my thoughts and opinions that I thought about the OVA, and the OVAs are doing wonderful. Like I said, they're doing pretty good. But let me know down in the comment section what you guys thought about the OVA. What was your favorite scene? Did you guys enjoy the fight between Meliodas and Bond? Because I did. I personally did. It was a pretty good fight. You know, but like I actually was excited for the fact that Meliodas actually cursed at the sins. That was a very, very WTF moment. Like, what the heck, man? What the heck, Bond? What the heck, Meliodas? What the heck? Like, this fight has to be settled. But like I said, guys, and also, what do you guys think about the last episode or the next episode? What do you guys thoughts they're going to be on the next episode themselves? You know, what do you think guys is going to happen? You know, theories and predictions. Let me know down in the comments too, guys. I'd love to read more about you guys' opinions and facts. You know, of course. But as always, guys, have a wonderful day. But this is Mr. Zen signing out. One more important thing, guys, I forgot to mention. There's a huge foreshadow that was mentioned in the video of episode 2. And that was the 10 Commandments, guys. The 10 Commandments were actually foreshadowed and hinted there. With Balcha having a vision. Having the 10 Commandments actually unsealed, guys. And a lot of you viewers are going to get your minds blown once these new enemies come on to the scene, guys. You guys are gonna get mind blown. Get ready. Get ready for some DBZ kind of action happening for the next incoming arc, guys. Get ready.